After last video's Furina summons featuring a stupid wheel, we were actually able to get her up to C4. Unfortunately, not the most exciting constellations, but I still wanted to check her out. And you know, it does get us closer to C6, which is the ultimate goal. Even so, one thing I like to do when I get constellations is compare one to the other, you know, do some side by side, some comparisons, see if it was worth it. Spoiler alert, probably not, but maybe I'm surprised. I think with the context that we eventually plan to get C6, sure, it's worth it. We have to get through them anyway, but I don't think it's smart to plan to stop at C4. First of all, at C3, we got Let the People Rejoice, 3 talent levels. That's her burst, which actually will change a lot here. Most importantly though, the max damage increase. At base, she can stack 300 fanfare, but because of C1, that gets bumped up to 400. So at level 10 here, crowned, that is a very straightforward 100% damage increase, since we get a 0.25% per point. To see the pre-C3 damage, we're gonna use this team. It's very straightforward. Not a lot of room for variables or things to go wrong. Furina's current build is R2 signature weapon. I honestly don't even remember getting that. There are technically better weapons for her, but in this team in particular, we don't really need EM, so the key wouldn't really help. 4-piece golden troop, of course, just focusing on HP, crit stats, energy recharge. I think the only thing to really say here is that we are going hydro damage goblet instead of HP. Before C2, I think HP is a bit better. C2 plus, it's more debatable. I'm mainly going hydro because it's just cracked in terms of substats. 21 HP, 10 crit rate, 5 energy, 86 crit, 168 crit damage. Okay ratio there, 162 energy recharge. At C4, that might be overkill, but we'll see. We'll start with good old Dorito Boss. We're mainly just focused on Nouvelette's numbers here at C2. And we're just gonna do all that, you know, swirl, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll see what he's doing here. So we're getting a 130 ticks. I saw a 131. So you can just say 130 to 131. I don't think we need to, but we'll do a little abyss here as well. Since this is AoE, I'm not sure we'll be able to see much. There was a 139. We do have like 15 extra crit damage because of the abyss card, but seems pretty consistent with what we've seen so far. Yeah, second chamber is even worse with all the enemies, so going to be too hard to see anything consistent there. But all right, we're ready to get C3. There we go. Let the people rejoice. Let's first just go to the talent levels and see what happened. So we're now at 0.31% versus 0.25, which across 400 points probably makes a difference. Just did some quick math. That is 24% more damage than we got before, which actually is pretty significant. I don't expect a massive difference. We're just gonna head to Dorito Boss again. All right, here we go. Starting with Furina Burst. Do that E really quick. We don't need to do Kazuha's Burst. Didn't even do it last time. 139? So 138, 139. 8k extra damage on the Nouvelette beam. I mean, it's something. You can see at the end of this rotation, even with 162 energy recharge, she is still missing some. I feel like, again, something that would survive the entire rotation, and or if we used the other characters' bursts, like even Nouvelette probably would have been, you know, maybe that little bit we needed. But just doing the same exact thing, we'll see what our energy is at after we get C4. Sadly, because the battle is so short, it's not going to be very effective. We restore 4 energy up to every 5 seconds. I do want to be able to have like a whole rotation to see if, you know, her 167 energy is enough. Instead of Kazuha though, we're gonna just throw in Mika. No particular reason, it's just he's a team-wide healer and he's a 4-star, so short burst animation. So obviously, since this is Abyss, we do start with full energy, and we're just going to do the rotation how I see fit, really. Gonna go ahead and do a little bit of that. We're gonna go ahead and do Mika stuff, and then yeah, just go ahead and go to Nouvelette. So we'll have another enemy popping up here. Go ahead and do Nouvelette's burst. Still not sure if I'm doing everything like optimal with Nouvelette, but it honestly doesn't really matter. I usually do one more charge attack here or not, but Furina is actually back to full energy, so I guess her C4 wouldn't really help in this one scenario. Maybe if there was just one single target boss, that would be a different story. Unfortunately for this Abyss, we'd have to go to floor 3, I believe, to see that. Oh wait, here's a single target boss. Sure. So we're just going to do one charge attack after Nouvelette's burst, or not even. Yeah, I mean, when we come back to Furina now, even though her burst cooldown is up, well, there it goes. I mean, it's pretty close either way, honestly. But yeah, if we had actually done the second charge attack for Nouvelette, I think we would have been more or less full. I'm always kind of forgetting what's over on this side. Oh, this guy. That could be a little annoying, actually. I'm glad we randomly took Mika. We could at least freeze him when he gets to that point. So yeah, we're just going to do 2 charge attacks and then wrap back around to Furina here. Actually, yeah, we probably could use the energy. Yeah, I mean, I would like to do her burst now, but we're still missing a little bit. So against a single target boss, yeah, I think the C4 actually will help a bit. But all right, let's go ahead and grab it. No need to look at numbers or damage or anything for this because nothing happens with that. Firstly, the thing I think is very cool is you can just sit here and heal your energy without being in battle. Only for her, unfortunately, but that's still pretty cool because like everyone else has their burst here, don't really need it. I may have tested this already in raising mode, but does it matter if you're already at full HP? I don't think it does. We're still getting energy there. Yes, indeed. Furina, of course, can also be off field and still get the energy. You could see it pop up right there. But yeah, I think the most practical example is just with her minions out attacking. Whether the fighting this boss is the most practical or not, probably not, but I mean, just for fun, we'll see what energy she's at the end of this battle now. Unfortunately, it is like, I don't know, 10 seconds, maybe less, probably. So sure, let's go back to, whoops, Furina now. Yeah, I mean, definitely closer to full, but still not quite. But yeah, against a stronger boss, I think there would be absolutely no problem there. In fact, if we wanted to, we probably could get rid of a bit of energy recharge here in exchange for other stats, but just to not complicate things right now, I'm not gonna do that. Because energy recharge is something I am very confused about all the time, I just went on KQM here, and they do have a C4 Furina section, depending on your team. Oh my god, they say with Nuvolette, you don't need any energy at all at C4. That's crazy. Wait a gosh darn moment, they actually have an energy recharge calculator. That's pretty hype. Let me enter my team and set all this up. I think this is pretty interesting. Time on field? I don't know, probably like 10%. She just does E and burst and goes away. Nuvolette's probably like 70. Here it says Furina's C4 gives her 0.8 energy per second, which yeah, makes sense. So we multiply that by time between burst and put that into bonus non-particle energy. We'll just say 15 seconds for the rotation. That is also the same length as her burst cooldown. In reality, it might be a little longer, but let's just see worst case if we're trying to burst directly off cooldown. So that gives us 12 extra energy. And we need to give Zealonin 6 because of Cinder City. Do I do 2 Nuvolette E's per burst? I'm actually not sure. I don't know the proportion of the particles that Nuvolette generates if 50% of them actually go to Furina or not, probably less. In this specific rotation, Furina probably is on field longer than both Zealonin and Kazuha because they just do E and then they leave. So it's probably closer to something like this. It says 125. Oh, they did actually make a specific one with Nuvolette, Furina, Kazuha, and Zhongli, which is actually very close to the team I use anyway. It's just Zealonin instead of Zhongli. Oh, and look at that. In the one they made, actually everything is pretty similar. We got 2 presses on Zhongli, 70% field time, 10% for everyone else, and 50% to Furina. That's what I said. The rotation is just different and much longer at 26 seconds. Yeah, I guess generally with Kazuha, the rotation isn't over until you like go back to Kazuha to re-swirl the Hydro to get the Viridescent stuff and then go back to Nuvolette. So the full rotation is of course a lot longer. But okay, I mean, good to know. Apparently even at C0, she only needs 126 in this team. Oh wait, and then down here we have like every team imaginable. This is crazy. Was this actually done by humans? Look down here, look how many teams there are. This is crazy. This was my exact Nuvolette team for the longest time, Baiju instead of Zhongli. I think the key takeaway though is in a Nuvolette team with Furina, you basically don't need to care about energy at all at C4. I guess if you do the rotation right and it's kind of long with switching between Nuvolette and Kazuha, re-swirling the Hydro for Viridescent and all that. Oh wait, one more. This is an interesting team. Solo Hydro, Xiao, Furina, Faruzan, and Xianyun. She needs actually a good amount of energy here at C0, and that's with Favonius Faruzan. So I kind of want to try that, keeping her at below the energy recharge the calculator recommends. I've never tried this team before, so I'm going to do a couple Dorito Boss runs and warm up a bit. I think Xianyun doesn't have her energy, so... oh, but very close. Okay, a couple E's there. Go ahead and do that. You just do Faruzan burst, I suppose, and then we're supposed to do that and then burst, right? With Xiao. Okay, well, damn, that was very impressive plunges. Oh, look at that. Furina is already back to full energy, even on that short boss run. That is very surprising, actually. Did I not do her burst? I don't understand how she would be back to full energy in this team where she wasn't in the Nuvolette team. I guess Xianyun with her 2 plunges does generate a lot of energy, so maybe there's that. And everyone's doing their burst here, so that makes more sense for sure, which means not only are the rotations longer, but just more energy is getting generated. So when I think about it for 2 nanoseconds, I am less surprised. We do have basically single target stuff here. Only 1 Ruin Guard appears at once, so we're probably only going to do 1 Xianyun plunge to like emulate C0, I guess. And then here we go. We're just going to keep doing that. Start plunging away. We are getting like 250k plunges from Xiao, which is super impressive. I don't think he's built very well right now, but well enough apparently. And yeah, look at that. Furina does have her energy easily by the time we come back to her. Yeah, this is going smooth. Everyone has their energy. I mean, the Anemos kind of make sense because it's a triple Anemo team, so like they all kind of help each other with the energy. But yeah, that's going really well. I think we could easily sacrifice some energy recharge for Furina. All right, we do have an actual boss here now. Oh, Furina doesn't have her energy. I mean, there we go, but I think it was because the round ended like at an awkward time, I imagine. I didn't do Xianyun's burst. Why would I not do Xianyun's burst? Oh no. Okay, this boss is a little bit dangerous with the plunging. Damn, look at that. Furina already has her burst back. That's crazy. All right, here we go. Wait, this guy has a lot of Anemo res, doesn't he? Whoops. I mean, I guess it's not really the point, but yeah, we're doing like a lot less damage. The point is just to see what we have with Furina once we're done plunging here. I guess that's it. Yeah, oh yeah, look, we're back. That's good. I think it was pretty close though. I was checking out her icon and it was pretty much right when I wanted to swap to her that we got it back. So it's pretty close, but it works. And okay, I think we're going to get out of here. So yeah, C4, actually quite a bit more hype than I expected it to be. Even in shorter rotations, it takes her like pretty average 60 energy cost down to an insane 45 or something, you know, 44 to 48 to be more exact, I suppose, in like a really short rotation. For now though, I'm probably just gonna leave her how she is because in some teams, as we just noticed, it can be pretty close. So for now, I'll just count the C4 as some headroom to like not have to think about energy anymore, because honestly, I think her stats are all right. They could be better. You know, we could like get 200 plus crit damage, sacrifice all the ER substats we have going on there. But yeah, I'll leave her alone for now. And you as well, my dear viewer that made it to the end. Thanks for watching though. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave any thoughts in the comments. You know how it goes. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.